front door
We're
yet.
going out the front door yet.
Do you know what I've been thinking about in the last maybe like 20 seconds? Eyelashes are such a fantastic invention.
To keep all the little boogies out.
Yeah.
Yeah, same as eyebrows. I was thinking this when I was brushing my eyebrows the other day. It's so weird that you just have patches of hair on your face. It's just patches of furry hair on your face.
It's mad. Like, how does it know when to stop?
Yeah, like I'm gonna say it one more time. Patches of hair on your face.
And you know what? Like beards, I get, because it's like
Warmth.
yeah, but it's also like a big section of your face.
Yeah.
But like eyebrows, how does it know?
Yeah. Like I'm here to protect your eyes. Like it's doing a great job, but how did you get there? What was the application process?
Yeah, where was the evolution?
Yeah, in evolution, it must have fought a hard case, I think.
Yeah.
I reckon at the beginning it would have been like, oh, I'm not sure if we really need you because we have got the eyelashes. But on second thought, you're putting a convincing case across, so we're going to let it slide. And then 5 years later, it was like getting awards.
Yeah.
Like awards.
I wonder if like there's kind of like a UN of evolution. And like they're all sat around a big table and they're all like making their case as to why they should stay, and like obviously the tail lost.
But in this UN, would it be people, and like say if you were representing eyebrows, would it be a person
It would be the eyebrow.
with big eyebrows, or would it just be an eyebrow?
It would be an upright eyebrow.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, is it just like a big nose, or is it a person with a big nose? Like a caricature of each part that it's representing? Because I can't see an eyebrow wearing a suit.
I feel like an eyebrow would really suit a suit. Suit a suit?
Maybe if it was upright. I think yeah.
If it was stood upright, because like the arch would be where it was sat.
That would make sense. But then at the same time, I'm thinking a mustache would have to do the same. So if a mustache was doing that, would you get an eyebrow and a mustache mixed up on a bad day? Come in a bit tired, haven't had a good sleep, start directing your debates at the mustache, and you're like, fuck, that was meant for the eyebrow. Bam. Lost a connection in the UN.
Yeah.
What are you going to do without an alliance?
But that's why they have the little plaques.
Yeah, but I feel like in that specific situation, you maybe wouldn't need the plaque. Because if you're looking at a tooth, you kind of know it's a tooth.
Yeah, but like, I feel like...
Would each eye be its own person?
I feel like the eyes would be a pair. But the real question is, would the mustache and the beard be allies, or would they be the same thing?
Allies.
Yeah.
And then you've got to chuck a goatee in there, because they're all kind of different.
Yeah, and the soul patch.
Yeah. Like, they maybe would just, like, take turns at the table.
Yeah.
They earned their seat at the table.
Because I would wonder who would be, like, the over, like...
And, like, each ear, do they sit opposite sides of the table for maximum effect and efficiency?
I feel like the ears would, like one of them would be a really good speaker, and then the other one would be, like...
Yeah. Yeah. And they can communicate across each side of the table. So really, they've always got the advantage and the upper hand because they're listening to everything.
Yeah. I wonder if, like, things that have actually, like the tail or the tailbone.
I had a tail this morning. I had my trousers on the wrong way round.
What?
And the little drawstrings were sticking out the back. It looked like I had a tail.
But, like, would the tail, like, if things that had been phased out due to evolution, would they stay at the table? Or would they have to go to, like, a back room?
I think they'd be, like, in the gallows.
Yeah.
Like, just kind of listening in, can't really say anything, can't really vote on anything.
Yeah.
But they still want to be there because they were, like, maybe they would be advisors.
Yeah.
Because they've run their course, they've been evolved out, they've done their time, and now they're just there to be like, listen, mustache and a mullet combo, you are new. And if you want to stick around, you got to take my advice.
And believe me, we think you should stick around.
You're going to have a seat at the table for a long damn time.
Believe me, you got no worries.
You got no worries. Like, hey, mullet, come here. Tash, come here. You'd be a great and lethal combination. If you was to stay together with a good pair of brows,
yeah.
Would each hair colour have a different seat at the table? Would it be one strand or would it be a head of hair?
Well, it would depend, wouldn't it? Because, like, when you think about, like, evolution, I wouldn't really think of any like hair colours that have evolved out, if that makes sense.
Well, I don't know. It's to do with sun and whatnot, because if you think about how people in sunnier countries have blonder hair,
Yeah.
exposed to more light, I feel like over time that's kind of how it worked.
Yeah. That's a good point. I always get some lovely natural highlights when it gets sunny.
That's nice. I get like one blonde bit.
Yeah, you get like one blonde patch.
Yeah. What's it called? Cowlick.
Yeah.
It's not quite a cowlick, but it's same vibe.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. If you were going to go to the beach, would you take a parasol?
Yeah.
Like, how... When I do things... When I do things, I like to do as little trips as possible and carry as much as I can to be efficient.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what realistically I could take to the beach without being stressed, but still be prepared. I don't want to overpack.
And that's the point where you get a real good backpack.
A real good rucksack with a slightly... Ooh. So, you know, like how on there's like the handle on the top of the rucksack?
The rucksack.
Rucksack. You got like a bar and it had like a diagonal prop. So, you know, like those road phone cases where the lipstick kind of just fits in?
Yeah.
Something like that. And the parasol just goes on a diagonal. So it's kind of like over your shoulder on a diagonal.
Yeah.
Because if you have it all the way down, you're going to trip over it. But if you have it like that, it's just kind of like, I feel like you're spatially aware of where it is and it's just there.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, you could maybe just take like your bucket and spade.
Yeah. If it had like a little clip for the bucket and spade.
It'd be like carrying a big spear.
Yeah, I feel like if you ran fast enough, you could do some damage.
In the old days, if I had to be a person with a bow and arrow, I wouldn't be able to get them out fast enough.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think that anybody would.
And also, you just run out.
Because people like in the films, they're always like the arrows are always like upright on the back. That doesn't work. In the actual olden days, they were diagonal along the back, so you could pull it out sideways.
I was going to say, because if you pull up, the minute you
It's
start
gonna get
pulling
stuck.
forward, it just gets stuck.
Especially with an arrowhead on it.
How can you just make something that's so clearly wrong
Yeah.
in a film? Like, you know that wouldn't work.
And it doesn't work at all. And like Robin Hood, in the like historically accurate ones, they're like, it's like crosswise on his back,
Crosswise.
like diagonal.
Yeah.
But
That's
then
why
you've got
Robin
like
Hood was
fucking
my G.
yeah, you got freaking
Big up knots.
yeah. Robin Hood.
What? What's this?
Cow.
Give from the... Steal from the rich, give to the poor?
Give
Pied Piper.
all to the poor.
Help. Nice man. Rats. Oh, you just can't go wrong with a rat. You can't. Rats are the backbone of this society. Always have been and always will be.
I agree.
Fucking love rats.
Yeah. I just think they're just so... They're just ratty.
I told you about the snake I'm going to get right. I'm going to get a snake and call it Voodoo.
Yeah. That's such a sick name.
It's a sick name for a snake.
Yeah.
Voodoo? Voodoo
Yeah.
the Viper? You kidding?
Fuck. It kind of sounds like a perfume.
Voodoo by Viper.
Oh shit. And the bottle would be like a normal, like maybe like a circle bottle, but then like the black snake is like all the way around it, and then like the perfume comes out of its mouth.
Yeah, and when it has to have one of the old school like bobbly things, and he goes and goes. Psst.
Yeah. Nobody steal that.
We could have like little black crystals on it.
For the eyes.
Yeah. Pfft. Voodoo by Viper. You'd have to say it though. You have a better race. You have a better radio voice.
Voodoo by Viper.
I do this. I do this.
But the little, like, depending on what kind of snake you had, if you had a rattlesnake,
What's a viper?
it could be a good point. What's the difference between a normal snake and a viper?
Viper's the ones with the big... You could squeeze them together.
The glands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it could have a little rattlesnake element at the bottom, so you like shook it.
Yeah. And like in that little thingy, like little like something else that you can use, like little crystals that you could use for something else. So it's like multi-application.
Sniffing salts.
Yeah.
Voodoo by Viper Gym Edition. Sniff the salts, lift the weights.
Voodoo by Viper X Gymshark.
I think we could run with this.
I do as well.
We could slither into the...
What type of scent would it be?
It'd have to be something quite, like, robust. It's like,
Yeah.
you walk past and you're like, ooh. Like, the one? The one. That, we need to know what that is. I'm going to text him and I'm going to ask him because I need to know what that scent was.
That was actually, I would never get over that.
Hands down the best one.
Never ever get over that. That fucking t-shirt, man.
I've never ever walked past somebody in the street and literally gone, wow, they smell divine. Look at, how do people create this scent?
No, it's mad. It's that, honestly, it's like, I just remember so vividly smelling that t-shirt and actually having like a visceral reaction to the smell of that perfume.
Like I couldn't get enough. It was amazing.
I feel like we sniffed it clean.
Yeah. And that's what Voodoo by Viper. We need a strap line. Voodoo by Viper.
Like,
puncture them with your scent. No. What's it called?
That
Poison.
sounds very pheromone-y.
Poison. Oh, it could be a pheromone.
Yeah.
Poison them with your... Snatch them with your scent.
It's like...
Sex. Voodoo by Viper. Sex.
Chicks. I feel like the scent would have to be like... I would want it to be like a women's perfume.
But it smells like a man's
It would
one.
need to be a cologne.
I don't like women's perfume. There's only a few that I like. It's too heady, too scenty.
Yeah.
I can't stand being in perfume shops. It's too much for me.
Yeah. I like my perfume,
Yours is nice.
but like it took me and I still think that tastes fuck that it smells closer to a cologne than most other perfumes that I've smelled. Oh my God. Taste of perfume.
Simply divine.
It's simply that. It would need to be an alliteration. It would need to be like 3 S's.
Yeah. Surreptitious, sexy, and
Smelly.
smelly.
You're smelly tops here. Stinky.
Stinker, stenchy. Embrace the stench.
Yeah.
That'd be good for the gym one.
Yeah.
Sniff the stench. Sniff, spray, smell.
Sniff, spray, delightful.
Something to do with lifting. Sniff.
No, spray, sniff, stacked.
Yes! Yes! Spray, sniff, stacked.
Stacked.
This will make you hench.
Yeah.
Don't inhale the perfume, inhale the sniffing salts.
Yeah.
Would you ever try them?
I want to quite badly, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think I would want to. I saw a video of Gwen Blackwell trying them and she was going, help! Help! And I was like, I don't want that.
I just saw a video where it was like this guy. Oh, thank you very much. I'm covered in them.
Melting
Yeah.
for the winter.
Evolution. I was like envisioning that I'm holding a box.
You do, a lot. You with your box and me with my abacus.
I don't know why I was squinting with my eyes, but I was also squinting with my mouth. I was like, oh. How would you describe squinting? Like to someone who'd never seen it.
A furrow of the brow, a slight tensing of your eyelids.
I would probably say like close your eyes and then open them just a little bit.
Makes more sense than what I said.
I mean like close your eyes and you're like,
Just imagine it's sunny.
yeah.
What the fuck, Richard?
What the fuck, Richard?
This is so funny that we're trying to fill this, like, despite having so much pent-up emotion inside of us. We're doing really well. But I could just feel that both of us are just fucking fuming inside. Oh,
Why are you I feel like that line right now. It really is. I just feel like that. Because it's like... Yeah! I just wish I could just shake a fist. Fuck off!
To be more blunt with it.
Fuck off!
I disrespect you respectfully. Hi, Mum. I love Christmas songs. And I know that everybody gets sick of them, and I know that I played them a bit too early, but they just really get me in a Christmas spirit, and I love it.
Do you know what? On Saturday, I was going through it, right? But I actually, when those Christmas songs started playing, and the pub was all decorated, and we were all singing, I actually, for the first time in years, actually felt Christmassy. And I was like,
that's so cute.
This is really, really lovely. I'm really happy.
That's so cute. I love that.
And I was just sitting there and I was like,
what a day.
What a day.
Stop the Cavalry has to be one of the best ones.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.